The Whispering Elm, a story after dark. There's an old elm tree at the edge of town, crooked, hollow, and certainly much older than paved streets and buildings. Children dare each other to touch it. Teenagers carve names into its bark, pretending not to glance over their shoulders. But no one stays too long because the tree listens. They say it was struck by lightning long ago and never healed right, that the earth beneath it remembers things the town has long since forgotten, and the hollow inside it isn't empty. It's called the Whispering Elm. The instructions are simple. You wait until midnight, you kneel at the base of the tree, and you whisper your worst memory into the hollow of the elm. If it accepts your offering, the memory will fade and all of its pain will leave you. But there is no such thing as something for nothing. Most don't believe it. Most don't try. But some do. This is the story of one who did. It was for the elm that she came back to town after 20 years away. With no family left nor old friends to greet her, she checked into a roadside motel and did not unpack or sleep. Near to midnight, she started walking, out past the cemetery, past the fence where dogs won't bark. Lantern in one hand, the other clenched into a fist that had forgotten how to let go. The elm waited, a dark silhouette on the landscape. She approached it like an altar, and at exactly the witching hour, knelt and whispered. What she said, the wind carried off, but the tree heard, and the tree accepted. No crack of lightning, no whisper back, just a silence so deep it emptied her out. She rose breathless, hollow in the chest, lighter, calmer, as if the weight of decades had slid off her shoulders like a coat at the door. Had she known the peace wasn't to last, she would never have gone to sleep. The next morning, she woke to the taste of ash in her mouth and a smell she couldn't place, a fear she couldn't name. Then came the dream. A little girl banging on a locked bedroom door as smoke curls from under the door frame, screams echoing off wallpaper patterned with little yellow moons. The girl turned with eyes that met her own even through the dream, and in that impossible moment, she knew the child's name, knew the layout of the house, knew what it was to burn. She hadn't dreamed it, she'd remembered it, though the memory was not her own. For weeks, she tried to shake it, tried to remind herself it wasn't real. Those things had never happened to her. But it felt so real that it became real. That's the curse of trauma. Even borrowed pain will take root. So she returned to the tree. Another midnight, another whisper. The memory of the fire did leave her, but in its place came something colder. A deep and paralyzing fear. An alley, a shadow, another locked door. These latest nightmares she could stomach no better than the last, so she returned to the tree again and again. Each time she did this, her own sense of self seemed to recede, until one morning she woke and could recite the names of strangers who had suffered, but not her own. They say she lives on the edge of town now, quiet and empty-eyed, tending to the elm like a priestess at the temple of her god. She doesn't speak, doesn't blink when the wind blows, and if you approach her, she might look at you the way a mirror does, cold, passive, and full of things you never wanted to see. Some say she's cursed, others say she's blessed, but everyone agrees on one thing: the tree still listens. And if you're desperate enough, if the ache inside you is louder than fear, you too might kneel beneath its crooked limbs and whisper.